What's going on? What's going on? Real quick, I'm gonna try to get some form of a show tonight. I see LA's about to go live. He's gonna do his thing, and then shoot, Tommy Sotomayor, he might go live in response. So, it's gonna be a whole lot of shaking going on. So, I mean, I ain't gonna try to do a presentation in the midst of all that, but I might come on after that. But there's a couple things I did want to rap about. You know, I like to talk about stuff. You know what I mean? Use my broadband for engaging conversation, and you know what I'm saying, all the foolishness and effery. Everybody's already doing that, so I let everybody have it, and entertain the folks with that. But man, I want to talk about some street codes, man. I kind of want to go in about these street codes. Shout out to the one thumbs up right there, good looking, and the one viewer was popping. So yeah, I might go on later after LA body show, after all that shit gets done. I want to talk about the street codes, man, and how we need more. What's going on? Simply deep in the building. Ain't seen you in a while. What's popping, bro? Good to see you. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about how we need some new rules, man, with the street codes. Personally, I think the streets should be left alone. If you're young and you're trying to engage in some stuff, you want to make money and everything. We're in the internet age. We're in the information age. You know what I'm saying? You got computers. You got internet. You've got internet marketing. You've got so many things to do. You can't even blame racism on being able to thrive and make money and do your thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, my man, simply deep in the building, busy working. I know that's right. I hear that. Word. Good shit. Good to see you, fam. But yeah, you can be totally faceless and even voiceless a lot of times, and you could cake up and you could make bread. You know what I'm saying? On some internet marketing and all types of stuff you could get into these days. So racism isn't even a factor in making money anymore, to be honest with you. It's just about the know-how and learning and getting into it. And I do want to share a few things. There's a few things I engaged in some time ago, and you know what I mean, some things I want to engage in again, and in relation to online digital marketing and stuff of that caliber. So why is that important when I'm talking about street and the street life and everything? The point that I'm making is, an urban person in the hood that's broke and messed up in the game, you don't even need that anymore to thrive, to make money, to really do your thing. So my opinion about the whole street life for a young black child or a young black teenager, early 20s person or something, is you don't need it, leave it alone. I know it's cool, I know it's trendy, I know the music is telling you about it and everything, I know it's that lit shit, but for real, honestly, what's more cool, being in a gang and you know what I'm saying, moving some packs and working your way up that particular ladder, or being the guy, the nerdy ass kid that invented WhatsApp and, as I understand, made $18 billion? Which is more cool than that? That dude could buy and sell every blood and crip from the east, west coast, down south, and up north if he wanted. You know what I'm saying? So, as a whole, in this day and age, you don't need the streets. You do not need to risk your life. You do not need to throw your life away. So, but my original point was to say that there needs to be some amendments in street rules and street laws. So that's why, as a preface, I did have to say, as a whole, I say fuck the street life. If as a whole, you know what I'm saying, as far as people engaging it. But for those that do engage it, I wanted to go in because, like with this 6ix9ine case, for example, you see 6ix9ine, you see him snitch, and everybody's pointing the finger, pun intended, because he pointed the finger, and they're getting at him and everything. Rightfully so, rightfully so. He signed up for that mess, so that's all on him. However, you got another situation where, and this situation happens a lot. I've seen this happen in many times in many different organizations, crews, gangs, what have you, where people will turn on members in their own team and try to kill them, try to knock them off. Whether it's for paranoia because they're worried that that person's going to usurp their position, or do some form of mutiny, or what I mean. Whether it's because there's a little difference, a discrepancy, jealousy, whatever. You have people offing their own members and people on their own team all the time, or attempting to kill them, or doing this and that. And as far as I'm concerned, that's just as, if not more, disloyal than the person that goes to the police once everyone gets nabbed up. And I ain't gonna go into the specifics, but if you follow these, this clown circus or the 6ix9ine thing, then you may get an inkling of what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? And it seems like in certain situations like that, with people killing off people in their own team or shit like that, no one really seems to bat an eye to it, or to point a finger, or say that that was kind of fucked up, or to say that that was extremely fucked up, that was extremely disloyal. You know what I'm saying? Everyone just like, that's whatever, you know. So I kind of wanted to rap about that. So yeah, I may come on in a little bit, after all the tonight's effery dies down. But the bigger message, as I just said, though, man, in this day and age, if you got your $60 a month for a broadband connection and a fucking computer, you could cake up. You know what I'm saying? You do not need the traditional 80s and 90s modes of copping and flipping and doubling up and tripling up. You know, so I do want to get into that a little bit too. Maybe share a couple things that I've engaged in and everything, internet marketing and stuff like that. At some point, I want to get my homeboy Dread on, and if Dread, if you see this, shout out to Dread. You know what I'm saying? Dread the Guru. He does the real estate thing. He gets people out of foreclosure and everything. Um, we both have a house together now. I know that sounds a little homo, no homo. We're both owners of a particular house. He's my homeboy and business partner. And we sold a building a few years back. So I've engaged in, the little real estate thing to a little bit. He does it like hard body all the time. I've, learned a few things, worked with him on a couple deals, and, did my 1-2 thing. And the beautiful thing is I needed no money to put down. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you could, sell houses with by putting in pennies on the dollar, or, in certain cases, all you need is the money to file certain documents. You know what I'm saying? Go down to the courts and, do the do. So yeah, I definitely want to get my man Dread on so we could, share some jewels and rules. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of rules that, you know, the urban community needs to get. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times money making is as simple as information, and as simple as knowing. And of course, people ain't gonna spread the message to the hood. So, you know what I mean? Stuff like that is important. Sheila Coleman back in the building. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so I might try to come on a little later. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, and shout out to Bullets Gotti if you haven't seen this. I was playing the replay of the last stream I did, and like right when I left, he came in on some. He said, "What up?" So yeah, give my man's a shout out and everything. Check out Bullets Gotti. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna check his SoundCloud page out too. I wanna see if I could throw some of his tracks on the live streams and whatnot. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, maybe I don't know. People are up 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or something. 1, 2 a.m. maybe. I just might be back. All right. Catch y'all later. I'm watch all this foolishness on, that's going on online.